I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time on my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown extended beautiful family, just thank you so much for the support. Being able to know that we all can relate in some kind of way, shape, form, or fashion is truly a blessing that we all can be able to connect in our unique way. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you are comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. Also, if you feel like the videos are very uplifting to you, informative, give you good vibes, or inspires you in a good way, that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath going through trying times and need spiritual guidance, or just needing confirmation or confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give the girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. And thank you once again for the love and support. It's greatly appreciated all across the board. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the music that I'm listening to in the background is called Reiki music, flute meditation, Tibetan bowls, healing meditation, positive energy. And I will post that link in the description box below. And today my video is about Twin Flame 101. Heyoka's cold moon phases brought much needed changes into your life. It truly did. You know, there were so many people that have, especially on what is it called on Facebook, Empowering Empaths, and we're talking about how people were feeling drained, feeling confusion of emotions, being highly aggravated, being very more, closed off than usual. These much needed changes had to be able to take place in our lives because, we're getting closer to what is coming our way. They're needing that full attention towards, your growth, towards the positivity that is, guiding towards you as well as you reflect out towards other people. And a lot of things that, that is an emotional trigger for us. They really truly wanted us to face it, because it was like, it seemed like so many people were on edge. That's why I was so closed off with people like, Roslynn, were you feeling this way and this way? Or, I feel like I'm going bat-ish crazy. All these different emotions to take about, because it's like allowing, it's like, universe set like a personal empathic vacuum towards your aura, towards your energy, whatever things that you were carrying that was no longer positively serving your purpose. But those are the things that you had to experience. Those are the things that you had to learn from, and being able to acknowledge it, love it with love and gratitude, even though it's just like, Rosalind, why would I want to love anything that has impacted me in a negative way? You have to understand, you have to look at it as this, that bad situation, whether it's like you got cheated on, somebody stole something from you, somebody lied to you, somebody used you or whatever, it taught you something, as well as the people that are coming in your life, educating you, impacting your life in a beautiful way. All these things are happening for a karmic reason. We are that one that are, cutting cords of, generational curses, karmic cycles that, that are going on in our life. There's a lot of situations that they're coming to a close. You can feel like, it is something that's coming towards your way, and it gets you excited, then it gets you nervous, then it gets you paranoid, like, oh my God, something's bad coming towards my way. And a lot of times when something's good coming that way, if you've been, if your happiness is very, short-lived, if you have not really experienced happiness to its full capacity, those are the things with you acknowledging, the tragedies that's happening to your life, the abuse that you endured, you currently might be enduring. They're allowing yourself to know this too shall pass. You needed to go through these things to have a positive breakthrough. Yes, it might bring up emotions, sadness, dread, where you feel like you just want to walk away, you want to give up because things are getting so tiring because you've been toying with it for so long. Manifestations, you don't understand, is like you are so close to it, to where, the enemy, darkness is like going to be harping on everything on you. It's like going to keep, as soon as you feel like you dealt with one thing, like, oh, okay, I'm good with that now, then pow, another thing happens. They want to be able to know whatever you have been praying for, whatever you've been working hard for. They want to know if you're spiritually ready for this to come in, because they want to, they know what your capability are. They know the strength that you carry, but a lot of times we don't see it within ourselves because we're so busy looking at our situation from a negative, viewpoint. That you had to really go through that. Like I said, my 3 days, my 72 hours, it's really brought some changes in my life that I truly appreciate. I was feeling all these different emotions. You can be okay 1 minute and next thing you know, you're like crying and stuff like that. Like, why do I got to keep going through this? I'm so tired of it. This and that coming away. You might have people coming back to distract you in some kind of negative way. These things are testing you. Like I said, universe is testing you just to see all the things you have learned throughout that path, throughout your journey of learning yourself on a deeper spiritual level, being able to know what you're capable of achieving. They have confidence, above all stars and whatever, but they want to be able to reflect to you, you know through your transition, through your lessons of blessings, through the things that you are going to be, what you're learning and soaking up as yourself, being able to reflect that towards the world on how you have survived. Like I said, I'm a cheat sheet just as well as y'all are a cheat sheet. I ain't, I'm not supposed to heal the world on my own, but it's gonna have a vibration of a domino effect towards everybody that you really had to see, oh, excuse me, from a different level. And it's just like, this is supposed to be, from what I think that's what it is, this is supposed to be the last full moon of this year. So it was a lot it was dealing with, because it was like I was so deeply connected with everybody. And I was just like, it drained the heck out of me because there are a lot of blocks I had to put up, because you're not, even though you're trying to get questions, you're trying to be understanding towards what is taking place into your life. There's a lot of people that, that was connected with me on that time. And I'm just like, I'm helping out, but I had to be able to protect myself as well, because you're going through, intense transition as well as I am. And I'm not trying to feed off of what you're going through, but being able to guide you as well, but by being able to protect me from myself as well as your vibrations as well. So it's like we all had to go through these things. And if you're allowing yourself to truly understand the biggest picture that they were trying to get, this is like the finale. It's like the season finale, of you being embarking, bigger and better towards your life. A whole lot of things done came up. Like with me, it was like things from my childhood, things that I went through in the last few years, things I had to acknowledge, things that I had to be grateful for that has happened, because it taught me the strength that I carry. It was hard to do that because I'm really stubborn. I'm really stubborn. I'm hard headed as hell, But then when I allowed myself to step outside how I did my old way of thinking, because there's a lot of the things they're allowing you to say, let go of that old pattern of how you see things, how you respond to it, how you stay focused on it. They want you to really show that you got this. If you allow yourself to give you that chance, because a lot of times we feel like I can't do it no more, this and that, because you are coming to the end of that. And they want to be able to reflect, you're the most powerful warrior I placed upon this mission, you know. And it might feel like a lot is on your plate, but this is where the strength comes in at. You experiencing those hard times, you're experiencing overwhelming situations and circumstances that you are really ready to close doors on. People that are constantly been hurting you, and you get upset because the fact is they're not feeling the wrath of the things that they put out on your life. Trust and believe they're feeling it. They might not express it, but they're feeling it. So you have to allow yourself to, even though they hurt you, pray for them. It's just like I look at my situation. I say I'm not about to put no energy on people that go out their way to hurt me. They're speaking through ego. Their actions are through ego, not from their genuine side. It's just they're letting their weaknesses reflect towards you, that you truly need to understand. You went through that, some kind of way of going through what they're currently going through, but you have went down the lights of lessons. You're allowing yourself to embrace what is being taught to you. You're allowing yourself to see the things. And it's hard time to be able to, when they always tell us don't take it personal, because we really shouldn't take it personal, even though it did happen to us. But those are the things that they're reflecting their weaknesses, their trauma of things where they feel like, this person shouldn't be achieving this. It should be me. But the only thing they know, it could be them, but they have to allow themselves to go through those changes. Some people are threatened by how you get through things. You're coming up in your line of success. That's why I always tell you, I is within myself. There's some things you have to keep towards yourself, and it might be even your best friend, the closest friends that y'all never compared your life to another. But a lot of times, if you're succeeding and you're achieving a lot, regardless on how that person feels about you, their line of success might not be taken off the way yours is. A lot of times you have to be able to keep that towards yourself. It's not like you're being stingy, but you need to protect what is yours. You really do. Because there's a lot of people who are like, why, they feel stressed and feel like, what, my thing needs to be happening right now. And that vibe can just jeopardize everything you got going on, even though you worked hard. But if that you open your line up for that, you know what I'm saying? That can really mess you up. And and it's just like people I connect with that I see this doing beautiful things. I'm glad for that, because I know they have came a long way. They have deserved the things that's coming up in their life, because I know what it felt like for people to block me. So I never want to give that energy out to anybody that I'm close knit with, that we talk on one, because I'm just like, what, you deserve that. You are happy about it. I'm not being fake, phony about it, because is really what it is. It was hard as hell for you to embrace and accept what universe was teaching you throughout these overwhelming situations, these stressful circumstances. That was a lot. And then when good things come to your life and you're actually embracing it, but you're very timid on embracing it because you're not used to the goodness that comes along. Even if it is something good, it was very short lived. So it's just allow yourself to achieve things that you desire. Allow yourself to appreciate and be happy about that, but allow yourself also, when you're still going through that transition and you're in a good place, allow that to be kept to yourself, because not everybody gonna have that same mindset like you do. Not everybody gonna have that same vibe as you do. Is like, oh, well, I'm happy, because people will sit up here, them supporting ass haters. I told you I'll be careful of those, because I've had people in my life like that. They support you as long as you're not doing better than them. And I feel like, hey, everybody can win. I've always been that way. But there was people that envied me for the strength that I carry, or, something else. So it is just like those much needed changes allowed you to really reflect on the things that you carry, that, okay, this has hurt you, this has taught you, this has neglected you, but you need to see the greatness out of that situation, because you're allowing yourself to know, even though this situation now messed me up in so many different levels, I would never allow myself to get messed up like that again. That's the reason why the trauma had to happen. So you can know when that's about to transpire, when it comes to people, or things that you talk about, or things like that. I had to learn those lessons, and I'm greatly appreciative of that, because when you don't allow that darkness or some feeding on somebody else's negativity, when you block that, you ain't got to worry about that, because a lot of times we got things going on. I tell people, you would feel like, oh, I'm not going to do this to that person, or I trust them, and that could be the person you can really trust. But there's a lot of things you have to be able to keep towards yourself. Because if you notice, there will be certain times you might say something to somebody, and you almost got your foot in the door, and all of a sudden their energy done close that door that was meant to be open for you, just because you allowed yourself to engage in that information and set yourself open to invite that person to block you. And that's why it's just like, when I'm going through different things, I'm saying everything's fine. That's why I'm speaking to the universe, but that is what is true. Everything is fine. I'm just still growing. I'm still acknowledging. I'm strengthening myself in so many different levels, that I appreciate that. But a lot of people will ask you certain questions just to see if your words are going to match with your vibrations. Because like I told y'all, be careful of them dark empaths, because just like blessings are coming towards your way, is some daggone darkness is coming your way. Just because the fact is, universe want to know if you learned from your past mistakes before. Have you learned the life lessons that you have achieved, but also seen how people can be quick to stab you in your back. When you going through hard times, it will expose true intentions of others, I promise you. And I'm blessed about that. It took me a while to think about that, because it's like when I started learning what I was, who I was related to, the peoples that I held dear to my heart, that I've always been out there for, turn it back on me. Or they try to block me from things, or they made fun of me about it, or they just ignored me when I needed them most, knowing I wasn't like that with them. But you can't blame them for that stuff, because that's how their energy works. But that is universe allowing you to say, okay, this is your spiritual journey, but you have to evaluate your circle, evaluate to see the people that you keep in your life. These are not the ones for you. Stay away from them. Allow yourself to really truly understand what they're trying to show you. And you be grateful for that, because universe was allowing you to see these is not the people that are going to be going with you on your journey, because you can have a handful of people as soon as you start this spiritual awakening down that path. But I guarantee you, the more people you started with, when you finally end that, you're probably lucky if you got a handful left. Because it's just so many things. Because when you allowing your life to take form in a positive way, in a intense magical way, the people that you don't have the same interest anymore, they'll drop out of your life in some kind of shape, form, or fashion. But when you finally get to that point where you're recognizing, you're benefiting off of these things, there are going to be so many people that are gravitate towards you, that feel the same way you do. And it's just like, it's beautiful. Because it's like with me now, I'm not barely connecting with anybody in that negative sense. And if I did, it's very short. I allowed myself to see that and just say, you know what, don't be mad at that person. They're showing their true colors. But being able to just pray for them, because those are the ones that really need it the most. The people that are hard to love is the ones that need it the most. Trust me, because they're still feeding off of their fears. They're still feeding off of, negative impulses, all these different things. But it's like when that moon phase came upon you and shined its beautiful light on you, had you reflecting and seeing almost all the nastiness that went on in your life, the people that caused it, situations that you messed up by invading into, all these things is trying to allow you to see how your life is changing for the better, how you have to appreciate those life lessons, no matter how painful it was, because it strengthened you with knowledge, things that you need to embrace on and understand what happened, why it happened, and being able to say, what, I learned from that. I appreciate the universe allowing me to experience that. Now it's time for me to move on. Don't hold on to things you can't change. And that's, in me, I've done that. Because my mom was like, my mom used to say that, like, girl, you be holding on to things like it ain't, you got a tight grip on it. And I'll still hold on to this anger, but not understanding I'm allowing something to take my power away. Why are you fucking putting your energy on something that you can't change? You only can change yourself. You can't change how people perceive you. You can't change what people want to choose to see, because you can be clear as day, but they're only going to understand their perception of your life, how they want it to be. A lot of times people go out there and talk bad about you. You have to understand they're speaking more about themselves than it's you. And it's none of your business what other people think of you. It's nobody's business about, what they want to say about you, because the truth. Long as that's fine. There's sometimes you have to understand you don't have to go through, trying to convince somebody of what you are and what you're not. You know what I'm saying? There's sometimes you just don't need to tell that story. When people appreciate being in your presence, and they're good people to be around, they're going to know you for who you truly are and accept you as that. If they can add more to, positivity towards your life, that's beautiful too. Because that allowing you to know that the universe is blessing you with people in your corner that are achieving things, that wants to grow, being better than they were yesterday, being better than they were 10 minutes ago or 10 seconds ago. I'm always like, what, I love learning stuff off of y'all. As y'all learn off of me, I'm learning off of you. And I can appreciate that across the board, because it's like, I'm finally not into a situation where I'm attracting the people that constantly got drama, or constantly bringing drama my way, or they're constantly talking about the negative things, but not actually saying, what, these situations that has been placed on me, I've learned from that. Or, asking somebody that you can generally trust, what is the thing trying to, what is the situation trying to teach me, because there might be somebody you're connecting with that's been through this situation, and and they got over it. So you're that person, that the universe guided that person or people towards you that has been there, done that. So they're going to tell you, hey, this is what I had to do. This is what I had to work on. This is what I had to acknowledge. And this is what I had to embrace. So all those different changes, the moon has really put you through, where it's drained you, where you feel like you're not getting enough sleep, where it had you thinking about things, that's transpired in your life that really had you stuck and confused. All those different things, they just wanted you to say, okay, this is everything in a nutshell, but now it's time for it to part ways with you. Allow this to be let go in love and gratitude, because it taught you a valuable lesson, allowed you to really see things for what they truly are, no matter how ugly it was. But you had to understand, you can accept the truth, but the truth is not always going to be sweet. It's not going to be sugar coated all the time. A lot of things you have to be able to appreciate the rawness and the realness of a bad situation and what it needed for you to learn. So it's just like all these changes that went on in your life in the last few days, and probably still, taking you through that, is allowing you to be benefiting off of what that phase needed you to acknowledge, what you really needed to see from a deeper level and appreciate it. Because it's like when I was reading up on it, it was like all these things had to go through unfinished business. It had to be closed off. This situation has taught you so much. Allow yourself to be grateful for the things that it taught you, because it taught you something on a different level. But you have to allow yourself to see it from that positive viewpoint, not from a negative one, but a positive viewpoint, because it's so easy to see something at a negative. What it taught me, what it did to me, how it made me feel. Yes, all these things has happened, but allow yourself to know, what, you would have never known how this certain situation would have been about if you never experienced it. We want you to know that you can grow from this. You can, get stronger from that toxic situation, whether it was a relationship or the way you seen yourself, the way you talked about yourself, the way you see things that surround you. It's always teaching a lesson one way or another. So allow yourself to embrace that, congratulate it, but also set yourself free from that, because there's so many beautiful things that's heading your way. You just have to allow yourself to know that you are worthy of it. And a lot of times we don't do that because we're still focusing on the negative. The door of blessings could be opening right behind you, but if you're still focusing on things that you should have left alone a long time ago, you'll miss out on your blessings. So don't be unfair to yourself when it comes to those old situations, because better is coming your way. So I hope that you were able to resonate with the content of this video. I missed y'all so much. I hope y'all have a blessed, safe weekend. Let me go ahead and give a post notification shout out is Tahan. Um, A&H channel. Much love to you. I hope I pronounced that in a way, in a better. I hope I pronounced it like I was supposed to, y'all. I got stuck on that. And I know you have left me a comment that I need to go ahead and get translated so I can understand what you were saying. But I do appreciate it. As well as Hope Face, much love to you as well. And I hope y'all have a blessed, safe weekend. Jesus. And be responsible at everything you do. Like and subscribe. Drop me a line. Let me know if you resonate. Give me a thumbs up, share, hit that notification bell. And I hope that everything that you're trying to bring into your life comes 10 times more than what you actually asked for, and comes sooner than you expect it to. But make sure you give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity, love, and vibes and words. You never know, all those things can really take somebody a long way. And I will see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace.